If you're watching this on catch up, my name's Tim. I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:55. Monday's all about you. Meet Up Monday. If you want to come and say hello and you're on the island, go to timothydowd.com/events and book for Meet Up Monday. It's usually up about this time of the week for next Monday. Wednesday's balcony banter. So tonight we're going to be on the balcony with Christine, my wife, having a chit chat, and we're going to play another one of her memoirs. She's been recording her memoirs and she's on to part 7. So that might be interesting for some of you. If not, just join us for a chit chat on the balcony and you can ask any questions you like. Friday is Freaky Friday, where I go to a pub and have a bit of fun, and you're sat around the table with me. If you think you like that type of thing, then consider subscribing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday I'm out and about. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I go for walks where you can join me if you want to join me on a walk. Again, go to timothydowd.com/events and you can book a walk. Tomorrow we're in Fonsalia with the Waltons. So join us for that about 9 o'clock. I usually go live between 9 and 9:30 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday I'm going to be starting doing a recorded vlog, so you won't actually see that until it's done. And Friday I film WEBBY Sports Roundup, which is another one of the channels that I'm a manager of, and producer, director, cameraman and chief bottle washer. So we do a lot of stuff in the mornings before 11 while Christine, my wife, is meditating. And I'm allowed to go out Mondays and Wednesdays with her and Fridays without her, so that's cool. And the weekends I do nothing. I do nothing except for clean the house, do the shopping and look after my beautiful wife Christine, who has MS. That's why we are living with MS in Tenerife. The reason I changed the channel name to Timothy Dowd is because it was all about me at the time, and living with MS in Tenerife was a bit of a mouthful to tell people. If I can say, if you want to subscribe to the channel, go to @TimothyDowd, D-O-W-D, no doubt about it, as the Americans would say. Cool dude. So what's happening today? Slightly different today. I'm going on a walk, but I'm going to stop halfway and I'm going to open this backpack and show you what's inside. I have, over the years, as the people who know me, I've invested in a lot of technology to do with vlogging. I really like audio, so I don't like it when vloggers got lots of wind and stuff like that. Although a lot of the vloggers that do that are a lot more successful than me, if you want to say success. But I think I've got success because I think I've got a lot. I got 8,000 friends on here, and not 100,000 or 50,000 people who I can't interact with, because it would be way too much for me. So I'm not saying I don't want more subscribers, but I don't want to turn this into a business. I'd like to keep it exactly as it is right now. I am retiring in October, so that means I won't be scraping for cash. But in the meantime, if you want to support the channel, go to timothydowd.com/sponsor, and that'll tell you all about how you can support the channel by doing super chats on here or by joining the channel membership, where you get a little badge. Or you can donate to Christina's book fund or my beer fund in PayPal. Anyway, enough of me. Let's carry on with what we're doing. Where am I? I'm in Los Cristianos at the far end by the market. Market's not on today, it's Wednesday. I thought it was on, but it isn't. Bienvenidos. And we're in the shade now, so take these glasses off. And we'll go somewhere nice and shady and I'll see what you guys are saying. So, hi Carl from Birmingham. So we're here at the bottom of Phil. What's this CC called? Bahia de los Cristianos. And it's got lots of stuff here. Sunglasses, banks, pharmacia, electronic shop, mini market, cash and carry. And up there in the corner is Rick and Shelley's hidden gem of the Canarian chicken place. So if you fancy Canarian chicken and you're in Los Cristianos and you don't want to nip up to a Dehi, then you can go and get a Dehi chicken in Arona. There you go. Let's have a quick look in here. I've never been in my life. Sunglasses, watches, electronics. I'm not going to go any further than that. Que ça lose signal. 59 people watching, 23 thumbs up already. How do you know is what they say. Postcards. Yep, the Germans were asking me for postcards yesterday. There you go. Get your postcards here. So we're going to go to sea now. To the sea. Tenerife Tez I just saw pop up there. I'll be taking a look at you in a minute. There's this bench here with my name on it. There's Win It, where the police drink in the mornings. The new Chicago's bar is up the road, it is. It used to be Manhattan's. So that's very clever, the way they've named it similar but different. Okay, I'm sat here on a beautiful bench. I don't know why people leave rubbish like that, you know, it's very disrespectful. Steakos on Julie Wade, Edward Black, Dom, Betty Hennigan, Denise Pearson. I'm not going to take away your fire, I'll wait till Steve comes on. Stephen Marchant, Lorraine Sturton, Chris Godfrey, Charlie, Sarah Anderson, Damien O'Toole, Johnny Goggles. Are you here today, Johnny? I heard you were coming over today or tomorrow? Tomorrow, I think, Thursday. Tony Such, Anne-Marie, thank you so much for all your help, Anne-Marie. Yvonne Brown, good morning, Martin Voss. North Tenerife, man, there is. Morning, Tim and all. A massive shout out to Tim and Webby helping get to 1,000 subscribers. Thanks, guys. You deserve it, Steve. You really do deserve it. Your content is fantastic. It doesn't get in front of us as many people as it should, and I'm glad that we could help. I did a final push last night, as did Webby. He contacted all his mates, well, both of them, and I was one of them. And I put out on Twitter, Facebook, and on my community page that we just needed the 3. I think it was 3 or 4, no, 6. I think it was 6 we needed to get you to the 1,000. But as I said to you this morning, Steve, you will fluctuate, so you might dip again, so you won't get the letter straight away until you've got maybe 1,000, I don't know, 50 or something like that over a period, and then they'll send you the letter to join YPP, the YouTube partner program. Although we talked about it yesterday, and it's a bit of a rigmarole if you don't need the cash, especially if you're only going to be earning, you know, a couple of bob in the beginning. So anyway, but it's still nice to be part of the YPP because then you get access to a lot more support from YouTube, and also they tend to push your stuff out more. So it's not the amount of subscribers that you need, it's the amount of views, and you seem to be getting the views anyway. But I think it'll be, once you get to the 1,000, they put it in front of more people. So well done for that. So let's carry on. Cheek. Sing, 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 the whole radio. North Tenerife, there we go. Judy Wade Steak, did that one. Top guys, Webby and Tim, thank you. Everybody saying well done to Steve. Tenerife Tez is on, we said that. Market only Sunday, Tuesday, okay. Morning, and Judy Wade. Morning, Carl, my hubby. I thought I was your hubby, Julie. The new Chicago's bar, straight up the hill. I'm not going there today. I might go another day. Good morning, all you spanners. David Kelsey shouting, good morning, Tim. Hope you casino well. We are fine, thank you so much. Morning. Drinks on you, Tim, when I'm there on the 25th of August. Carl, I will save up my pennies and get the drinks when you come over. When's the 25th? What day is the 25th? Tomorrow evening, mate. See you Friday. Are you coming to the village on Friday? Okay, that's good, because we were going to go somewhere else, not this Friday, but we were thinking about doing one of them somewhere else. But if we know people are coming, then we won't change the venue. So go online. Ouch, little flies biting me. Go online and just register to come on Friday, and we'll know that we've got to be there. Watching but unable to comment, says Tricia Slater. Hi, Tim, on chat. Make sure you're logged in, Tricia. If you're not logged in, it won't let you comment, I don't think. I've done nothing. Oh, I've just read your comment. I've just read your comment, so then you can comment. There you go. Oh, the fish and chips were spot on, says Denise. I was dead jealous last night. Ray Duffy's on and he's bought the coffee already. Ray, you are the most consistent sponsor of the channel. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say you and Madge are salt of the earth. Really nice people. It's just a shame I don't really get to spend a lot more time with you because I'm always faffing around. Next time you're over, especially Madge's birthday, I mean, I know if you want to go on, not on your birthday, but on and around there, let's sit down without a camera and just chat for a while. So these are the options for today's coffee. We'll pick one that's open and no music, although in my experience, as soon as you sit down, they blare the music because they think that's what you want. Ray is also so kind. And what a beautiful day. It was cloudy in Kawasaki when I left, but it's clearing up very quickly now. Why am I here? That's a good question. I know you didn't ask it, but there you go. This is where it all started. Will you be doing any more drone shots? Oh yes, stay tuned, Tony. I've got some news that's going to be quite nice. In fact, I was just about to start it. This is where it all started a few years ago, where I sat on the Bahia beach, I know the Callao Beach bar, which is on that beach around the corner, and I decided to do a maritime walkway vlog of the whole of the maritime walkway from Los Cristianos all the way to La Caleta. Now, I know I couldn't do it in one phase, but I did it in multiple, and I also took Chris on some of them because she was up for that at the time. And yeah, I was quite proud of it. I did it on a GoPro 6 with a Tech gimbal, which was a special GoPro gimbal, the first gimbal I ever bought. And it was really buttery smooth, slow motion videos. I was really proud of that, but it didn't get a lot of views. In fact, if you go to the playlists and go to the Maritime Walkway playlist and watch those in sequence, that is really interesting to see what the changes have been made. And I'm going to start again. So I'm going to start over here today, and when I'm finished here, I'm going to vlog the beginning. So I'm going to do a drone shot, I'm going to do a drive around the area, and I'm going to do a walk. So and that'll come out hopefully tonight or tomorrow. It depends on how much work I'm going to put in on it. So yeah, so it is going to start again because I've got a new piece of kit, which is the one I've been waiting for. I bought the 360-degree camera a few years ago, and it was great fun and a quite novelty, but the quality wasn't there. It wasn't full HD without graininess, and you couldn't get near 4K, which you probably need for the big TVs these days. So as you know, I like to vlog in 1080p. I don't do it on the phone because I don't want to pay the extra, but there you go. So let's see. That's got music blaring. That's got music blaring. And I can unfortunately hear the music there as well. What a shame. So this one looks a good candidate. No music. And he's just starting out, I think. Let's go and have a look. Buenos días, está abierta. Okay. ¿Dónde? ¿Puedes sentarme aquí? Okay, so we're going to sit here, I think. Here we go. There's a nice one. Right, he's just opening up. I'm not in a rush. Tengo tiempo. So I got time. So we're at this, I don't even know what it's called. Local, oh no, that's the address. Right. So no, I haven't gone for a walk yet, but what I'm going to... Gracias, señor. Solo café, creo que. Cortado leche, por favor.
Vale, muchas gracias.
Gracias. Watch on your TV and comment on your phone. Morning, Lynn. Morning, everyone. Hope you're okay. Simon Farrant, your content quality is going up all the time, says Simon. Thank you so much. So, what are we going to do today? Now, as you can see, I've got my hat cam on. I'm not going to use it, but you got my hat cam on. So this was my first attempt at sort of a point of view vlog, or in real life, IRL they used to call it in the old days, where people would just vlog everything live. And so I thought that'd be quite nice to do. And then I got to the stage where I was vlogging on a phone, and then going live. So it started off GoPro, phone, and then I started buying 360 and hat cam and what have you. And everything got great, and drone and everything, and then I realized I didn't have a lot of time. So I started doing lives, and they're so easy to do. There's no post-processing. You don't have to upload it, put titles in or anything like that. Then I found StreamYard and Switcher Studio, where you could actually put the titles in live, but the quality wasn't there. For the simple reason is it cost you $45 a month, and I just couldn't afford it after a while. When the money ran out, I just couldn't afford to do the $45 a month, plus the 13 euros for the sound and what have you. So that was a problem. So I just concentrated for the last 12 months on the lives, and now I'm coming up to retirement, and I'm going to have a little bit more time on my hands planning wise. So therefore I was going to get a new camera and a new computer and everything, and then I've got the big camera. I bought the big camera when I got a bit of cash, and of course you helped on that one as well, and so that has put me in great quality now. So I really do like to go out in really good quality on the lives even, but now I can do the same on the recorded vlogs, which I'm going to do one a week hopefully, or maybe two. So what have we got in the bag? Let me show you, ladles and jelly spoons. I didn't bring the big camera today because it's very, very heavy, and to go on a walk with the big camera is probably not a good idea. So I've got my earphones. I've got a nice little bag here, which is actually the tripod of my, the bag is for the tripod of my, what's it called? This is my Wi-Fi, if I need to go live on stuff like that. Now this is what the Backmaster uses. It's just, there's no gimbal. It's just a phone holder and a decent tripod. And that is really all you need. The only thing I've added here is a quick release. And this quick release clips in the car as well. So if you're starting vlogging, this is all you need. This and a decent phone. Either a decent phone with good audio, like Samsung, I think I got good audio and good stuff, or any of the iPhones after iPhone 11, I think, are really, really good. And this. Now, if you're going along and you're moving it around, then obviously people are going to get annoyed after a while. But what Lee does is he places it somewhere and walks up to it, and he gets the information. Muchas gracias, señor. He gets the information from a guy called Casey Neistat, who's a 1 million follower vlogger. And Casey Neistat, there you go. That's cute, isn't it? Thought it was cheap for on the beach. Cortado leche leche. And so he places the camera and walks into it, into shot. And Casey Neistat says, camera movements are the worst thing ever. You know, looking like a mum filming a kid. He says he really hates, so I think Lee has taken that to heart, and you can see by the quality of stuff, it's always a static shot where the action is happening, or a static shot on a table where he's eating a meal, or a time lapse, or a slow motion shot, or whatever. And so that's Lee's quality, and that's where I want to get to. I want to be able to do static shots with action and then intersperse it with drone and what have you. But there is a time and a place for walks. So what I've decided to do is to get another hat cam. And the hat cam with better quality was this Kickstarter, like Fayutech was in Kickstarter, and that's my microphone. This is the little thing that came with it, which is like a big selfie stick with a thing on the bottom. There you go. And another one. So this is the camera. You will not believe it. I'm going to put it in. And bring it up so you can see. There you go. So if I take this off, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. The Fayutech Pocket 3 camera. Now if we turn it on, it'll automatically find equilibrium. Now this is actually a built-in gimbal. So it doesn't matter how you walk or tilt it, it's always the same. And this records in up to 4K 60 frames a second. I'm going to record in 30 frames a second unless I want to do slow-mo. Then it has an extra slow-mo setting for 120 frames a second, which means you can slow it down by 25% to 25% of the original. So why is this a hat cam? It's on a stick. Because what I found was, I'm just going to take this off. I'll clip this on here. I played around last night with this magnet thing which holds my microphone on, and I found out that if I put it to the side and underneath my shirt and just balance it on my shoulder there, watch this. This slides off and clips on here. It's Parrot Cam, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Parrot Cam. Oh, Jim lad. But how do you know what you're filming is the question. How do you know what you're filming if you've got a Parrot Cam? The optional remote control came with the early bird special on Kickstarter. So instead of paying 490 whatever euros, I think they were 199, and I don't know how much this was, but basically I got it dirt cheap. And you can turn this one on as well, Fayutech, and it'll, you connect it once by cable or by USB, and then after that it's automatically paired with the thing, so it should pop up now. This is boring TV, isn't it? Connecting, it says. There you go. So this now is this remote control, what it actually sees. And you got a joystick where you can move the camera. Cool, dude. You can zoom in and out. And the best bit is, let me just center this up again. So this is centered up, right? So it's watching me, watching you. Aha. The best thing is when you're walking, you can look, and when you're walking, the gimbal keeps it straight. Now you've got more types of gimbal, what do they call it, modes. And so one mode is the follow mode. That means if I turn left, it's going to turn left with me, going to turn right with me. And if I look down, it'll dip down, and if I look up, it'll look up. So that's the follow mode. Then you've got the all follow mode, which means it'll roll as well, so the horizon will be wrong. And then if you press it again, you've got the pan mode, and this is the pan mode, this is the one I'm going to stay in. Now what pan mode does is it'll follow me left and right, but it won't go up and down. So it won't be looking at me feet or anything. So the horizon will always be straight. And if I want to look over here with my head and look over there with the camera, I can. Just take it to the right there and take it to the left here. So I've got an over the shoulder shot now. So if you can see that. So that's the over the shoulder shot. And the best bit, which is the fun bit, is if I want to look behind me, I just press it 3 times. Get ready? Yoop. So I've got rear view mirrors, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a rear view mirror. So I can actually film forward with this and backward with this. That's cool. And not only that, but it has object and face tracking too. I'm not kidding you. It is an amazing little piece of kit. And 4K 30 I record at the moment. I'm not recording right now, but there you go. The battery is rechargeable with a bank, and you've got enough for 1 hour at least. You can even take this little thing off here, which I'm going to lose, and take the camera and slot it in, and now I've got a gimbal in the hand. Now if I want to lock it, I just press and hold the mode button, and now it's locked. It's locked on whatever it was looking at. Let go, and now I can turn it to the right. So that's what I mean by panning. That's fantastic. It is fantastic. I'm really happy with it. And so yeah, so that's the kit I've got. I also have a slider, which I bought on Kickstarter as well, a Rob slider. 2 years ago, it broke, and I sent it for repair, and they sent it back. But since then, I haven't really used it. But this now will fit on the slider. I get the face tracking in, and then as the slider's moving left and right, the camera is keeping my face in where I want it. So that's going to be another sort of production. But you won't actually see it happening. But you imagine I'm talking like this, and it's a static shot. But if I got it on the slider, then there'll be sort of like a parallax going on, like this, very slow and subtle, but it's been known to be more pleasing to the eye. So, ladles and jelly spoons. What do you think? More money than sense? I don't know. We'll see. But when I retire, for real, then I shall be going paracamp fishing. No, you're mad. I'm definitely going to lose this. I suppose you can get a spare one. And it all fits in a nice little pouch that you come with it. This slides back in here. Oh, and it's magnetic as well, as you can see. So it just goes on top of the car. Or anywhere that's metal. Fantastic. So that's turned off, that's turned off, that's turned off. Then we've got to get that like that and push it down. Close this down. Take it off. And put it away. Cool dude. And the microphone is the Zoom F2 32-bit float field recorder, which just hangs around my neck. Let's get this back. So this hangs around my neck, and I got a lav mic coming out here, and that won't clip at all. So you can shout as loud as you want and be as quiet as you want, and it'll still get you without distorting. Right, ladles and jelly spoons. Let's see what you guys are saying. 116 people on. Those of you who want me to go for a walk, I'm going in a minute. I just want to make sure I've got everything and put it away. Put that in. Put that in. And don't forget, all you need is this. That's all you need. And do decent content. You can have all the kit in the world, but if you're boring, it's not going to help, is it? So let's see if I can do this there. I need a bigger, gonna need a bigger boat. There we go. I think the zip's gonna break eventually. So, for those of you just joining us and thinking, I thought you were going for a walk, Tim. I am gonna go for a walk. Let's just see if I can pay now. See if I got it in cash. I'll leave that as a tip. And I'll pay him cash. Right. So let's see what you guys are saying. In the meantime, I bet Nice doesn't go. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. Actually, he does have these mics now. I think he's got a different. I think he's gone through 3 different sets. But you've got to buy a decent quality of these because the other stuff is no good. I think he's got maybe Comica or something like that. But it works quite well as long as there's 2 mics. Dave Hard, Jeremy Maggs, good morning. Out on Monday. Hope to see you, cool dude. Morning, Tim. Thought it was a new show, the morning of the gadget show. That's it, the gadget show. Remember to smash the like button. Thank you, Eugene. Awesome adventures. Robert Ingle, Tricia. I am happy actually because I think I deserve it first of all for all I do, and also I like to do something slightly different. Because if you don't do something slightly different, you're just the same. Which is, it's all to do with creativity. You can be as technically minded as you can be, but if you're not creative and do stuff, then what's the point, you know? I mean, I know I could walk along the beach, not say anything, film the ladies' bottoms and get 20,000 views. I know I can do that. But why should I do that? There are other people doing that. If you're gadgets, and why not? Yeah, I do like my gadgets. Love my tech. Madge says, hi, Webby, more eggs in the morning. What's it called, Tim? Okay. It is called the Feiyutech Pocket 3. Feiyutech is F-E-I-Y-U Tech. F-E-Y-I. Just pretend you're a Geordie. F-E-Y-I-U Tech. When will you and Lee go to La Palma together, says Ethan Jones. Ethan, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've watched quite a while, you know that I don't travel, so I can't leave the island. Christine, my wife, has got MS, and she doesn't travel well. In fact, I can't leave her alone for more than about 2 hours. So she is totally dependent on me for all her movements. So once she gets in an electric wheelchair, she can get around, but she can't see, so she can't go out of the house without me. But in the house, she can't even turn over in bed without me. So I've left her on her back today. Usually I leave her sleeping, but she wanted to wake up today. So I've left her on her back today. She's got a beautiful bed that does all this, you know. And she's got audio books and she's got everything else. So she's quite happy. And she'll probably end up meditating on her back. So yeah, I can't go anywhere. So I don't do excursions. I can't play golf even because it's too much time. Lots of stuff going on. So, but I do have time between 7:30 and 11 in the mornings where she lets me go and do whatever I want, except weekends. So Monday to Friday from 7:30 to 11, plus 3 times a week live at 5:55, twice with her, once without. So unfortunately, I am not and never will be a professional vlogger. I can't do the stuff that holidaymakers want me to do. So basically, it's just about, this channel's about me. So if you're invested and interested in us and you want to be part of this community, then that's it. I just hope I'm going to be producing a lot more quality stuff. I say offline now because live is basically where I am, you know. I'm producing WEBBY as well. How much did the cam cost? Well, I got it on Kickstarter. And it was, I think I paid $350 for the whole kit with the remote control and all the accessories. But I think now it costs you nearer to $4.99, I think. But for a 4K camera, you're paying nearly $600 for a GoPro, you know what I mean? Whereabouts are you today? Okay, I'll turn you around. I am right at the end of Los Cristianos. That's the, what's it called? Help me. That's the Arona Gran, and this is the end of Los Cristianos Beach, and behind this is Palmar, and I'm in the first cafe you come to, and that way is the port, Los Cristianos port. So I'm parked just by the market out the back here. So gadgets are not expensive if you, it's not waterproof, but there is a dive case for it as an optional extra. So you can have a dive case optional extra. But what happens is the dive case is on like a pole, and then there's a dive case on it. So the camera is always pointing ahead of you. And when you put it in dive mode, it will statically just go where you point it. It won't move within the case. So there you go. Have you given up with MyFitnessPal tracking app? Not seen anything since Friday. Shame. It's something I use to regularly look at. Derek Duval, you caught me. I used it for checking calorie counts, and if you write down everything you eat, you tend to not eat stuff like, you know, that handful of nuts you're going to throw in your gob. If you've got to go in your app and write it down, you think twice about it. So it's actually done its job for me, and it's just hard work to weigh everything, to put the calories in, type it all in. I am going to start doing it again, but I think I fell off the wagon last Thursday, it was, when I had those, no, last Wednesday when I had the beers. And then on Friday I had 3 beers at the Monte Cristo. So I was sort of ashamed of myself. So instead of not putting the beers in and cheating, I didn't put anything in, which is sort of cheating. But what I am doing is still looking at the amounts I'm eating and the things I'm eating based on what I've eaten in the past. So now I know that the Muesli Monday is going to be 550 calories, you know, give or take. I know that the lasagnas and the moussakas and the stuffed peppers and everything else that I cook on a regular basis is going to be in those areas. So I've sort of got lazy, to tell you the truth, but thanks for pulling me up on it, and I will start again today. In fact, I'll put yesterday's in. There you go. If you want to know what I'm eating, go to Instagram or Facebook. Instagram's easy because that's where I put it first, and then it distributes it to Facebook. In Instagram, my name is Living with MS Tenerife, Living with MS Tenerife, one word. And I post there every day, twice a day in fact, lunch and dinner. So thanks for just try to do 10,000 steps a day. You know, you're right. Upping the number of steps is a good way to do it. I'm at about 5,000 now with the walk in the morning, but again, it's time. You know, I mean, 10,000 steps is going to take me at least 2.5 hours, maybe even 3 hours during the day. So I really don't have that time. But you're right. I should do more. I might go out on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. Lee's getting better now, and he might be flying soon. Don't know where. Keep seeing you need to visa to visit EU next summer. Does Canary count? It's closer to Morocco than actual Europe. Ethan Jones, that is not exactly true. Everybody needs a visa to visit another country, everybody, in any country in the world. Some countries have visa waivers where they say, if you're from these countries, you don't need a visa. So if you go that everybody needs a visa, but some countries are trusting each other, then that is the visa waiver program. It used to be that Brits could go to America and Brits could come to Europe, or I'm talking Brits now, but anybody who's not in the European Union Schengen area would have to have a visa, except for those 18 countries that are listed in the visa waiver thing. So that meant that people could come and go without having a visa, but just showing a passport. Schengen took away the passport. So if you're in the Schengen zone, like if I go back to Germany, for instance, I don't have to show a passport at all. I just get on the plane like a bus and get off the other end. If I'm coming from a Schengen area to a Schengen area, then there's no passport control. There's security, but you don't have to show a passport, which is good. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah. So what happened was about 10 years ago, they decided in America to have a pre-screening at the airport. So you would be pre-screened before getting to America. So if there were any issues coming up, they'd catch it before you got on the plane instead of when you landed at immigration. So I first saw that back in 88 when I flew to London. And no, it wasn't 88, it was before that. It doesn't matter. In early 80s, I think it was. I went to America and I flew to London first, and then in London I went through American customs. It was the first time I'd seen it. Then what they did is they created a system where you had to register online and get all your details of your passport and everything into this system, and it was called the ERAS system, I think it is. And so to go to America, you have to put your system in to get the visa waiver. So you don't need a visa for America if you're British, but you have to put your stuff in the system. And Europe thought that was such a good idea. They said, we're going to do the same. Of course, Europe being Europe, they got to ask everybody and his mother, and so it's taken them a long time. And then they decided to do it electronically, even at the airports, so you can blip, blip, blip all the way through, and that's taking time as well. So they're late, but it is called the ETIAS system, European Travel and some identification system. ETIAS is actually in English, even though none of the European Union. I lie. I shall take that back to all my Irish cousins. Ireland is in the European Union and they speak English. I'm sorry. So it's ETIAS because of Ireland. And basically it's just a visa waiver program with an identification attached. So you don't need a visa. ESTA, that was for the USA one, thanks a lot. The ESTA. So ETIAS is the answer to the American ESTA. It is not, I repeat, not a visa. You do not need a visa to enter the Schengen area if you are in one of the trusted third countries. I don't want to say third world countries, but third countries they call them, like countries not in the European Union. So there you go. Are you going for a walk? Yes, I'm going for a walk. I'm going to go that way. For those of you who are waiting for the walk, it's going to happen very soon. Yeah, right, visa waiver program, there you go. So I'm just going to get the bill and then we'll go for the walk. So that's coming in. It's actually available now. If you go to ETIAS or Schengen.com, I think it is, or Schengen.org, you can read all about it, but they're not implementing it until the end of this year. And I've just heard they've postponed it now till next year. So you're probably looking at 2025 before it comes in. When it does come in, all you have to do is to register each person individually online with your passport and other stuff. They do some automatic checks, and 9 times out of 10 it'll come back within 2 minutes or 60 seconds. La cuenta, por favor.
Un cortado, ¿sí?
Cortado leche.
1,40. Gracias.
Gracias, Ed. So, and it's going to cost €7 to do it, but it's valid for 3 years. So if you come twice a year, it's 6 holidays for €7. So it's about $1 a pop. If you come in once in 3 years, it's cost you €7. But you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I hope that answers the question. It is not a visa. In fact, if you do need to get a visa, it's very hard. My son-in-law had to get a visa, and it took him a long time and 3 rejections, and they reject automatically. So if you want a visa for Schengen, they just say no, and then they make you go through the appeals process, because that catches everybody who goes, oh, who's trying it on, you know what I mean? Team IU in La Tasca 7. We nipped down there for the Arona Ground for lunchtime. Tapas. I don't know what it's called actually, but it's the first one after the derelict bits. So here's the derelict bits here.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's this place called, please?
Here, La Tasca 7.
La Tasca. It is La Tasca 7. There you go.
Yeah.
Ladles and jelly spoons. People come here. Whoops, there we go. What's your name?
My name is Lee.
Lee. There you go.
Yeah.
Come to La Tasca 7, ladies and gentlemen, and see Lee, and she'll look after you. Tapas you do as well, yeah?
Yeah, tapa and paella.
A paella they do as well.
Yeah.
We have 120 people watching already, live
Okay.
right now. And they all want to come to La Tasca.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, ladles and jelly spoons. Now we can go for the walk. Let me just stick me get money away. Loads of money, loads of money. Right. Alan's homemade vlogs retracted. Foggy lost 2. There you go. You need a visa for Turkey? I'll tell you a story about that. I've told it before. Oh, they got fresh sea bass today. Sea bass. Sea bass, sea bass. Doodle doodle doodle. Sea bass, sea bass. If I missed your who's 16, will she need one? My friend's daughter is 16. I think every member of the family needs one, but I think you might be able to put children on yours. The best thing you can do is to go to Schengen.org, I think it's called, or just search for ETIAS, E-T-I-A-S, and then you'll get all the details you need. So, Roca Blanca. Sarah Charles paid for it, and they weren't open. What a shame. This is the spot where I flew the drone with Rick the other day. I'm saying the other day, it's probably 3 months ago now. So, do you have a bit of advice? Ooh, I've always got advice. To start to look for a long-term rent in Tenerife. That is a bit of a problem at the moment, because the long-term rents have just shot up. Actually, it's probably not a problem because a lot of people can't afford it anymore, and so there might be some lots coming up. But how to find it is the question, isn't it? How to find it. I've always said you've got to come over and spend 2 to 3 weeks looking at areas, and each complex has got its own guy that does the renting. So look at a few complexes you like, and then approach the complex president or the complex agent and ask there. If you want to look online, there are places you can look, but typically, yeah, I don't know. There are places you can look. Let me think. Fotocasa, F-O-T-O-C-A-S-A. Fotocasa's one. The other one is Idealista. idealista, idealista.com. If anybody else can think of one, please let me know. I've got friends in the Arona Gran just now. Cool dude. Tell them to come onto the balcony and wave. Go over and get the feel of the place first, says Lynn Rowlands. That's very important because looking on Fotocasa or Idealista is all well and good, but I did that at the beginning. But the only place that I found was, we came to the Sheraton 2012, hired a car and drove all over the island for 2 weeks. Looked at the area, didn't bother looking at flats, just looked at the area and did the walks around the area, basically. And then found a place that was quite nice. And then started looking seriously for flats. So it actually took us 2 years to find the area and the flat that we were looking for. So come over is basically it. I don't know what nationality you are, but if you're British, it's harder to do this now, unless you're retired or rich. But if you move over, you cannot rent a place long term without coming over here, and you can't come over here without registering for the visa first. It's a shame really. We used to be able to just pop over on holiday, get a job and see what it's like. But since Brexit, you can't do that anymore. You have to start the immigration process from your home country. Do a double live stream on Friday morning before my Sports Weekly Roundup. If you have time, Webby, if you have time. Don't forget, I got to be home by 11. Oh, here they go. Don't feed them. Dangerous animals. Buenos días. Might stay in Cologne. Airbnb. Alan's going. Okay, see it. Should have put the coffee on Webby's bill. Do you have a bit of advice? We did that one, just me. I hope the advice was enough. I have time for you all day, mate. No, we can do the, what's it called? We can meet at Laura's for coffee after the roundup. So we'll do the roundup early and then go for coffee and go live, if you want. Thanks for the advice, Tim. The long-term rents. Greetings from Belgium. Okay. No, I'm not rich. Now, if you're Belgian, then basically, and if you're in Las Gaetas, then just go and find a spot you like, and then go to each complex and talk to the complex agents. What's happening here? A crane. I always fancied this this complex here, this villa, Bia. Alan Homemade, you the Majorca vlogger? Okay, so we're going to get stones in my shoe now. Got a stone in my sock, a stone in my shoe. Don't sing, Tim. on Mother Kelly's doorstep. Thumbs up, please. So this is, what's this complex called? Paloma. I think it is. Beautiful villa. Morning, Andy. As I say, if you've said something important and I've missed it, please type it again. Is the H10 near there, Tim? There is an H10 bespoke. See where the orange things is? It's just below that, I think. Beautiful. Needs a bit of TLC, but there you go. So there used to be a bar on this beach, but there ain't now because it was totally without paperwork. Hola. There's a naked beach. It's a beautiful cove here. Still a bit dangerous, but quite nice. Oh, they're building out to sea. Oh, we're going to have a look at that. That's probably going to be a jetty, is it? Oh, that's going to be interesting. So, I know you're all saying stay and photograph the naked beach, but this is more interesting for me. Oh, it could be a new jetty. Funny products, say no more. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Gotta watch for doggy doos here, because the owners don't pick up if they think they don't have to. Could be feral cats. That's a jetty for the fish farm, says Alan. Cool dude. Hola. So this is Playa El Callao. Todos venimos a disfrutar, respetamos las demás. No smoking, no camping, no dogs, no music, no balls. There's a ball with a dog. No fishing, no ambulant. You know, people without respect don't deserve respect. You get that? People without respect don't deserve respect. She threw a ball. No dogs, no balls. She's got balls for bringing a dog on the beach. I got nothing against dogs, you know. I mean, people think I hate dogs. No, I don't. I hate dog owners that don't respect others. I don't hate dog owners. I don't hate anybody. No camping. There you go.